Good Maven morning. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Woo! So I'm excited. I'm excited because it's my birthday. Yay! Oh, let me double check that this is actually broadcasting properly on Facebook. So I'm broadcasting to Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And I found that on Facebook, it, for whatever reason, opens as private. So I'm going to responsibly go over there and make sure that it's broadcasting publicly. So good Maven morning. Happy Wednesday. Um, it's my birthday. I'm very excited. Because frankly, I love my birthday. I think my birthday is the best day of the year um, because it's the day that the world got me. And I don't know where that thought process came from. I don't know why that is a thing for me where it's just like, this is like, I don't know, but I love my birthday so much, and I definitely take time to celebrate and feel celebrated. And I love that I am working on my own thing on my birthday. I think that is probably the most appropriate gift for myself. Um, so thank you for being here. Thank you for celebrating with me. I am excited. And I also have a webinar later. I am also celebrating with a webinar. I will drop the details in the comments if you want to come on over and join the No More Flustered Hustling workshop. We are talking about elevating and not just staying the same. But before we get there, let's talk about our topic today. So you're a genius. You're afraid of rejection. You need to go outside. So I wrestled with this topic a little bit because I wrestle with this topic a lot. So oftentimes for Black women and friends who are starting their businesses or like doing something new, there's this idea of not wanting to fail, not wanting to be seen trying, not wanting to just be seen as something that's less than perfect or like successful, like already a success in one way or another, something that can already be celebrated, right? So in like neurological terms, it's called rejection sensitivity dysphoria. So what that basically means is when rejection comes, your body, your nervous system reacts dramatically. So you kind of like cloister and your your nervous system, your parasympathetic nervous system starts to act. So you get your fight, your flight, your fawn, your freeze, right? So when you feel rejection, you kind of like jump into those things like aggressively because your body wants to keep you safe. Your brain cannot tell the difference between your brain cannot tell the difference between um, real danger and emotional danger. So sorry, I just got a text that just kind of like threw me off a little bit. Your brain can't tell the difference between real danger and emotional danger. It so when you feel things that are hard, your body kind of goes into fight, flight, fawn, or freeze. Even if it's just the feeling, because your body thinks that everything is a threat um, to its survival, your brain's survival. Your brain wants to stay alive. So a lot of the time, this comes about because of whatever you might have felt when you were younger, whatever your experiences were that built the system that you exist in. Um, and so your body kind of just continues to respond in that way, right? So people often talk about doing inner child work, and it's really the work of you. You as a person are still the same person no matter how old you are, and you have to address that. You have to You have to work on those feelings, those things that have been inside of you the whole time, because they are existent within everything you're working on, everything you're doing. So you, as the one person that you are going to feel the same types of rejections, the same types of things, um, in every area. And so you have to address that. So how do we actually address it? How does it show up in business, first of all? So it shows up in business with you hiding, with you maybe doing things that's not really like as broad or as big as you should or want to do it, because you're afraid that if you go bigger, there's more space to fall. Or if you do something that's more daring, that, you know, there's more opportunity for rejection. There's more opportunity for things um, to take a turn, right? When you go big, you go higher. And when you go higher, you can fall farther. And your body and your brain don't want to receive any of that. So you have to address it. You have to actually understand what's going on. So the cost of that rejection sensitivity, particularly in your business, is that you don't do the things that are a little scary for you. Business is risk. Entrepreneurship is risk. It is it's 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 doing something bigger and bigger that you've never done before, around maybe something that you have done before. I think people often think it's easier because the thing you start with is usually something you know very well. You either did it within an organization or you do it easily within your life. Um, yeah. So so you think you can kind of do it easily, but there's so many different parts of business. There's so many different things that we have to actually deal with and participate in. So we're doing new things around the thing that we are actually familiar with. So things are just new. The cost is not being able to understand how to do those new things or pick up those new processes, because you're afraid of them. And that's okay. It's okay to be afraid of new things. The new things are new things. Um, but you can grow in them. You can be better. Things can be better. Things can be better for you. So for some, it's perfectionism. Somebody told you there was something that was, something that you shouldn't do. So you can either think you're enough, sorry, too much or not enough, and you kind of roll with that. Um, and you're afraid that that's what everybody else will think about you too. Another reason is you might be more dedicated to your past than you are to your future. You you know the past, you're familiar with it. It is an evil that you know, right? And the future is something that you are creating, so it's absolutely brand new, and then you yourself don't know if you can rely on yourself. Like, if you're not keeping promises to yourself now, how do you know that you're going to build the future that you say you want to build, right? You have to be dedicated enough to building that thing that you actually maintain your promises to yourself about what it is that you're doing. Start with little promises. I'm going to drink more water today. I am going to remember to put my keys in the right place, right? All of those things connect into the bigger picture that is you. Everything really is everything. So, learning how to be better in the areas that that are personal to you, make it easier to be better in I mean, business is also personal to you. Recognizing that as well is huge. So recognizing that your business is personal. As much as people like to say it's transactional, you are still a person and you are still there. And the people you're serving, the people you're working with, they're all still people and they're all still there. So you have to treat it like interactions with humans, and you are a human too. And you have to treat yourself like a human who is worthy of good interactions as well. Um, Yeah, it's a marriage to your future. Leave and cleave, baby. Like, you have to leave that old thing and work to build a new thing with this new thing. You have to get really clear. So a lot of the time, it's not that people are inconsistent, it's that they're unclear about what they should be doing and what they actually want to be doing. So you're kind of like flailing because you're not really sure the direction you should be going. And you have to get clear. You have to understand your mission. You have to understand your vision. You have to understand your values, right? All of those things are your rubric. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again forever and ever. You have to understand the rubric by which you're grading the life that you are building and you are living. So having an understanding of what the future looks like if you take certain actions will help you determine what actions you need to take and whether or not like it's important enough that you can move through the feelings of rejection, um, and also getting the help to move through that as well. So you have to create systems and communities of safety and growth. Other people who are in the fight too. Other people who are trying to figure it out as well. Because there are other people who are trying to figure it out as well. So you have to connect with those people. And you have to lean into the communities that understand that you're building a future. Um, yeah, yeah. It's doable. It's possible. I promise it's possible. And nothing that's good um, happens overnight, right? So a lot of this is really like building stamina so that you can continue to grow as you're doing the things, because that's what's important. You don't start at the end, you start at the beginning. And you might see other people at the end and you're inspired and encouraged by them, but they didn't start there. So don't look at yourself and wonder why you aren't there. Don't look at yourself and wonder if the things that somebody has told you about yourself are true, um, and detrimental. Look at yourself and say, like, even if it is true, I am still growing, right? Because that's the thing, we're always still growing. We're always still growing. So all that to say, have a intentional day. I hope you have a great day. I'm going to celebrate as much as I can. I'm going to have a good day. And I hope to see you at the webinar later. Flustered to Branded. It is in the comments. Please register. It's free. And I can't wait to see you there. All right, guys. Stay intentional. Keep flourishing. Bye.